The FIFA World Cup is one of the few events in the world that can make millions of people cry, celebrate, and feel intense emotions without ever stepping onto the field. Have you ever wondered why someone would burst into tears after their team loses, even though they never played a single minute of the match? At first, it seems strange. After all, it's just a game. But the truth is that what fans experience during the World Cup has very little to do with football itself and everything to do with human psychology. When a team wins, fans feel proud. When a team loses, they feel heartbroken. Somehow, the emotions become personal. Imagine watching the World Cup final. The entire atmosphere feels different. Streets become quieter, families gather around televisions, and friends sit together holding their breath with every attack and every shot. As the match progresses, your heart starts racing. You celebrate every opportunity and worry about every mistake. Then the final whistle blows, and your team loses. Suddenly, you feel disappointed, frustrated, or even emotional. In that moment, a question appears in your mind: why am I feeling this much for a game? The answer lies deep inside the human need to belong. Psychologists explain this through something called social identity. Human beings naturally seek groups that make them feel connected. Throughout history, being part of a tribe increased the chances of survival. As a result, our brains evolved to form strong emotional bonds with groups, whether they are families, communities, nations, or sports teams. Once we identify with a team, it stops being them and becomes us. That's why fans say, "We won or we lost," even though they never entered the stadium. The team becomes a part of their identity, and every victory or defeat feels personal. This feeling becomes even stronger during the FIFA World Cup because it represents more than football. Unlike club competitions, the World Cup allows entire nations to unite behind a single dream. People from different backgrounds, cities, and generations suddenly share the same hope. For a few weeks, millions of strangers become connected through one goal. The team becomes a symbol of national pride, culture, history, and belonging. Supporting the team feels like supporting a piece of yourself. Another powerful psychological factor is emotional contagion. Human emotions spread from person to person like waves. When thousands of fans cheer together, their excitement becomes contagious. When an entire stadium falls silent after a missed opportunity, everyone feels the tension. During the World Cup, billions of people around the world experience the same emotions at the same time. This collective emotional experience tricks the brain into treating the event as something incredibly important and meaningful. However, the deepest reason fans cry has nothing to do with football. The sport simply acts as a trigger for emotions that already exist inside them. For some people, a match reminds them of childhood memories watching games with family members. For others, it represents dreams, hope, or a connection to their homeland. An immigrant may feel closer to their country. A parent may remember watching previous tournaments with loved ones. The match becomes a container for memories, identity, and personal meaning. When the game ends, all those emotions rise to the surface. The World Cup is also powerful because it tells a story. Human beings are naturally drawn to stories of struggle, sacrifice, victory, and defeat. Every tournament creates heroes, underdogs, and unforgettable moments. Fans become emotionally invested because they are not just watching a game, they are following a story whose ending nobody knows. Their uncertainty creates excitement, tension, and hope. The possibility of success keeps people emotionally attached from the first match to the final whistle. Perhaps the most beautiful psychological truth is that fans continue to hope even when they know disappointment is possible. Every World Cup begins with dreams. Some dreams come true, while others end in heartbreak. Yet people return every 4 years with the same passion and belief. Why? Because hope itself is powerful. It gives people something to believe in, something to look forward to, and something that connects them with millions of others. So when you see a fan crying after a World Cup match, remember that they are not simply crying because of football. They are crying because of memories, identity, belonging, hope, and human connection. The FIFA World Cup is more than a sporting event. It is a reflection of what it means to be human. And that is why people who never touch the ball can still feel every victory and every defeat deep within their hearts.